Welcome back. For those who have subscribed, if you're new here, please subscribe, click the notification bell, share everywhere, including your YouTube community tab. Thumb up the video, comment in the comment section, please and thank you. Boyd in the forest, marking the trees, not get lost. He sees the dog. All right, so this dog has a collar on it. There have been other times where they had a dog in the show that had a darker shade of fur and had a collar around its neck. I think the collar is supposed to signify that even though it's different dogs, it's the same character in this theory. Hopefully the creators, the writers, director, someone clears it up. When we saw the three dogs barking at Jim and Tabitha in the forest when they were looking for Ethan, when Victor was with Ethan showing the faraway tree and they saw the boy in white and all that on the adventure, we saw three dogs there. Two had no collar, one had a collar. We'll just call this collar dog or collar shepherd. All right, so the collar dog is friendly to Boyd. I think the collar dog was luring Boyd, and that's the reason why it was so friendly, to lure Boyd into the forest, to somewhat reward him for choosing to go into the forest and not staying back and being safe. I think if you do things that the town wants you to do, including taking chances, you get rewarded for positive behavior, like positive reinforcement. Because when they made the tower or put the antenna on top of Colony House, all the soil went bad. Jim and Kenny had to travel into the forest and they found the settlement and they found the wild vegetables growing. And I think the ground was made bad because Fromville did not want them to make an antenna to save themselves. I think the idea was to keep them somewhat complacent in town. And the talisman stones were one of those things that was a part of the design's path, as opposed to the desired path that everybody's on at the end of season 3. The dog that was barking at Boyd at the end of season 2, episode 10, no collar. They're making a distinction between there being one dog with a collar, other dogs no collar. And I think it's because this collar dog is an actual character to take note of. Got to take a break and have to appreciate the sponsors for today's video. First, we have Amanda Kenny 4997 with the super thanks. She is the #1 Fromily supporter and a channel member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, another super thanks from Amanda Kenny 4997. Thank you, I appreciate it. And then we have a super thanks from B Rock VA or B Brock VA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And also I appreciate all the channel members. And if you have not donated to the platform, that's okay, no pressure. You can also thumb up the video and also share it.
Let's go!
Please and thank you. And also don't forget to comment in the comment section. That engagement helps with channel growth. The reason why there's an importance with this collar dog that I'm thinking is the same character is that the collar dog that Boyd met in the forest in this theory is the same collar dog that Victor met after his town massacre when he was 10 years old. A shepherd dog can only live 13 years. We're talking about a 45-year time span difference. 45-year difference between when Victor met the collar dog at the massacre, and I think Boyd met the same dog in the forest. So what I'm getting at is this shepherd dog should be deceased. If you're in a place like Fromville, it's possible that maybe the shepherd dogs had puppies and someone put the collar on one of the puppy dogs. But in this theory, those are like wild dogs. The boy in white's not messing with no collars or caring about collars. The same way the boy in white disappeared on the merry-go-round. And I think the boy in white story walked. I think the dog also went running to where the boy in white was after the massacre when young Victor walked into town. The shepherd dog also story walked. And I think that's the reason why we have the same dog as far as character, same collar. The dog is story walking. 14 years is the max lifespan for a Belgian Shepherd. This dog is living over like 55 years. And I think it's because the dog is story walking from the future. I think the boy in white is also in the future and is story walking to the past and trying to rewrite the story to change his future or change events in the future. And the dog or dogs are story walking with him. And that might be the reason why the boy in white says to Christopher during the flashback where Victor was talking to Sarah and Tabitha that the answers to the end where the boy in white is are at the beginning. But I think the boy in white, he's tried to story walk so many times. He wants to help, according to that's what Sarah said about the boy in white. So I think the boy in white was trying to see if it's possible for other people to do stuff and not him, since they're currently in the timeline and not story walking themselves. So if this is a thing that the boy in white are story walking, the dogs are story walking, I think that Julie was able to story walk not because of the cicadas that were inside of her when she became possessed by the cicadas, and I guess her spirit form was at the ruins, but because Julie may have had the ability to story walk the whole time, it just had to be awakened by going into the ruins. Maybe that's the reason why Ethan knows about story walking and the fact that once a story has been written, you can't change it. The dog, I think, lured Boyd into the forest. Boyd chased after the dog, got lost. This was when his Parkinson's was affecting him real bad. He went into the grotto cave accidentally, and he found the talisman stones. Here's what I want to present to you. The cave painting and talisman stones, it seemed like they were hidden. They were hidden, and the talisman stone and the cave painting both have the same symbols on them. Why do you think that is?
Let's go to some of the comments here in the chat.
That's what I want to hear from you as far as your theory. Why do you think the cave painting and the talisman stones not only have the same symbols, but it seemed that they were hidden? If the talisman stones were designed to, let's say, keep creatures out of homes, maybe they had other purposes. Why would they be in the grotto cave? Why was the cave painting in the cave and not somewhere in the houses where people would easily find them? Why were they hidden? What do you think? What do you think? What's up with the cave painting and talisman stones? Why were they hidden? What's going on with them? Do you have any from season 4 theories? There's a rumor is going to be a time jump. If there is a time jump, we won't really get a chance to really see the town and Colony House people reacting to Jim's death. Maybe we'll see it in flashback. Who knows? But there's a rumor there may be a time jump. Rumor has that season 4 will be April or May 2026, and they may start filming possibly May of this year. Maybe a little bit later. One of the creators did tell E-Man Movie Reviews that they wanted to film when it was not going to be extremely cold like they did for season 3, and when it wasn't going to be extremely hot like they've done in previous seasons. And I think that to accomplish that, you would have to start filming April or May 2025, or you'd have to start September and October. They film for like 3 months, and then it takes 3 months of editing, and then like, boom, they got the rollout. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Another sponsor for this broadcast, Amanda Canny 4997. Thank you again for the super thanks.
All right.
I appreciate it. You definitely are astonishing. You are the MVP. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and I'm out.
The future's not ours. किसी que sera, sera.